Oh, cute.
Yeah, it's like a rat's tail.
On the side. Good morning, team.
It's me trying to hold on to the last of my 20s.
Right?
Yeah.
Grab your coffee, grab your breakfast. Happy Friday. It's a cold one, wet one. It's a confusing. It's gonna be one of those days where it goes sunny and then it's gonna be pouring.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm a bit out of loop because I woke up so late
this morning. Bit of a sleep in.
Yeah.
Morning, fam. Whoever's just jumped on, let us know.
Yeah, Uncle Chief just he made it to work in 14 minutes. So I got up at 4:46 is when I got out of bed, and I got here by 5 to 5, so 9 minutes. So I can't do it. I can't do it. But man, I'm out of loop.
Yeah,
you feel
unadjusted, eh?
My routine is not with it today, and I'm a little bit sort of.
Bit out of the gate.
Yeah,
I know. I feel you. I feel you as well. Morning, Faith. Where were you this morning, bub? I told Fee that you were coming, so that's why she came this morning.
Oh, Fee's upset. She's crying.
No, but
she did a double.
It was a good session this morning. Shout out to the bro Scott for coming through. Uncle Sean, you got to come through. I'm going to keep calling you out until you're here.
Yeah.
Nah, just jokes though. Slow and steady. But as long as you want to get into the vibe, then that's it. How are we today, bro? Besides being woken up late.
I feel all right. We've got I'm going to do qualifiers number 5 and 6 this afternoon. So, and I'm taking canyon running.
Oh.
Yeah, today at midday.
Hitting the track session,
Yeah, we're doing a track session up at Millennium at midday. So we're going to be running around, and I'm going to teach the old Clydesdale how to become a donkey. And then from donkey we might come to pony, and then pony up to horse. So, so we're getting we're going to basically teach him how to run on his toes and then forward and be a little bit more economical.
Running, as much as everyone says that running is easy, it's probably one of the hardest things to do, I reckon.
Well, the funny thing is, especially in the world of CrossFit, everyone hates running because it's the hardest thing because you feel so sore. It's constant. It's like an assault bike, but you got to be outside. It's an uncomfortable feeling, and when you get older, everything hurts a bit more. I love it. I personally, I'd rather have a running workout than an assault bike or roll workout.
Yeah, but I think once you find, like, I've only just learned, well, not even learned. I was baby steps, maybe last year, start of this year. I was doing baby steps into running, but like just learning how to run was hard. And shout out to Jamie and Laz. Like, those guys can run for days. And I'm like, how do you get the mechanics just to like do that? But yeah, it's one of those things that
it's a mental thing as well.
It is, right?
Like I love the fact with running that I can do that anywhere, like absolutely anywhere,
and push your limit.
Shine, and enjoy it. And so last Friday I went out for a run out at Long Bay, and man, it was the best thing ever. I took my mind off everything, and I could just be out in nature and chill out and run and slide around in the mud and get wet and dirty, and that was, I missed that stuff. So it was awesome. And
how do you apply that to like when you go to the track? Like, how does one train for 100-meter sprints? You know what I mean? Like, but like, I know that they train hard. I know that they do, because it's like explosiveness. It's like building all the muscles to do those right things, but only for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, they do a lot of things like starts. They do a lot of like interval running. So they will do a start to the 20, and then they slow right down to the 50, and then they increase to 70, and then they sprint to the 100, like that sort of stuff. So they do a lot of cadence work. So they practice doing a pickup where they get into their glide, which is usually from the 20-meter mark to about the 60, 65. And then from there, then they have like a kick where they try and push for that last point.
Wow.
And I think from memory, in a 100-meter sprint, they are in the air for like about 90 meters.
Wow.
So if you think of every foot strike, so if you think of every foot strike they just measured out, 10 meters of it is foot strikes, 90 meters is actually they're not in contact with the ground. So it's how much power is generated. Whereas if you look at, Joe Bloggs on the street, it's probably more like 70 meters in the air and probably 30 meters on the ground. Yeah.
Would you rather be really fast short distance, or be able to hold on? Oh, how do I ask the next bit? Like, or you run longer, but faster, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would love to be able to run the marathon like they do in the elite level, which is around. They can hold roughly about 302 to 304 minute Ks. Yeah.
That's like a full sprint.
Oh yeah, as fast. My fastest K is 348. That's the fastest I've ever done, and I couldn't walk after that.
Damn.
And they're continually doing it. And I think the guy that did the London Marathon about 3 years ago, he ran the last 14 Ks like at a 254 pace.
How the hell?
I don't know. He's really
massive lungs and just moving a body
well,
you get your body into that system, isn't it? Like
they train a lot. A lot of those African boys, they train a lot like at home, and they're at altitude. Like a lot of them are at altitude, so they.
What does that do though?
Well, it makes their alveoli inside their lungs become more efficient in drawing in oxygen. Right. So the alveoli are like these little feelers inside your lungs, right? And their job is to draw oxygen that you breathe in, and they take that and put it into your bloodstream. Right. So when you train at altitude, there's less oxygen. So your alveoli have to be more. It's like harder. A muscle. Well, they're more economical in drawing in oxygen into your bloodstream. So they've got to pull it in a lot more smarter than say if we're at sea level and it's more saturated. So that's the reason why they train it at altitude, so they can do that. And also for their bodies to be able to sustain lactic threshold training for longer periods. So when they come down to sea level and say they did a London Marathon, which is at sea level, they're able to sustain a higher output for longer.
And is that because of those little alveoli things? Well, they've been working extra hard in the altitude, and then they come down to sea level and they're like, oh, we've already got the gains for this.
Yeah, it's part of that. Like that's part of it. It's also lactic threshold training. So it's amount of how they can handle carbon monoxide inside their muscles for a longer period.
Yeah.
So it is all of that sort of stuff as well. So there's many aspects to it. But those guys, people go, oh man, how can you watch marathons? Dude, it's like I say that about how can you watch golf?
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
So I actually enjoy watching marathons because it's technical as well.
Yeah.
It's learning how to run in behind someone and pace off them and let them burn out so that you can overtake them. There's a lot of strategy involved.
Yeah.
It's whether you say on the outside, the inside, it's how you apex a corner.
Damn.
It's how you can boost into a corner to get a 3 or 4 second lead off the backside of it. It's how you can run in a group. There's many things that you can do.
Running's just like, see, Kenny's in for a good one then today.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, everyone. Let's just jump on. Morning, Manu. We're on Huntley up to happy Friday, everyone. Auntie, haven't seen Auntie in ages.
Yeah.
Hope you're well, Auntie. Hope you're training hard.
Yeah, I think she has been training hard. She said that we're ridiculous in what we do. So, yeah, we must be.
Yeah, mean.
But it's Friday, so I'm looking forward to we got Albany Junior High in today.
Nice.
Thank you, Jamie. We got the old, I think we got 43 kids coming in.
Yeah. Easy up on the golf sledges. What do you mean, Matt?
He's New Zealand's top mini golfer. And it's funny, right? So mini golf, people go, oh, mini golf. There's 6 figures in it overseas.
Really?
Yeah. Like he goes over, I think he was in Prague 2 years ago, in Germany last year, to be part of the world committee that develops the courses for the world champs. And then there was a competition in Vegas, and it's like a stadium and shit, and people go to it. Yeah. And Matt was telling me that in Europe, mini golf is massive.
Yeah.
Like it's real big. And guys will turn up with different styles of balls for different holes. So like if they're going to be bouncing off lots of things, I'll use a particular ball for that.
Yeah.
It's real nuts. And he got into it. Now I think he went to the world champ. I think he just was
casual.
He was just outside the money. Like I think he was leading at one stage.
Mini golf.
Yeah, mini golf, man. Mini golf's it. New Zealand Mini Golf Federation. Shout out.
Do you reckon like mini golfers don't like golfers? Do you reckon there's like a underlying rivalry?
I don't know, man. Matt, do you guys hate each other? Yeah. I don't know. I would imagine so. I'd imagine it'd be like rugby and rugby league.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Hey, any league on this weekend?
Yeah, last night Tigers versus Eels. Eels got up on that one, but that was a real hateful clash because they hate each other.
Yeah.
But then there's quite a bit of league on this weekend, so we'll be watching a bit of that. And it's obviously Aotearoa Super Rugby.
Yeah.
That is on. NBA started yesterday. Thank fuck for that.
Did it start?
Yes. So they did scrimmages. So what they usually do is it's like preseason. So they go up against some teams. And what it is they're I actually think the courts are in hotel rooms, like
What?
big hotel convention centers. They've put courts in there, and what they've done is they've got big flat screen plasmas around the court, and they superimpose
Like the crowd.
crowds from last year, and then they've got obviously the players that are around them and the rest of the support staff. That was on. Thank God for that.
What about I was having a talk to Vita's man the other day about the NFL.
Yeah, that's 60 days away from starting.
Get 60 days.
61 days.
Because the bro's a Chiefs fan, and we were having a. He was telling me about Patrick Mahomes' new contract.
Yeah, fuck.
Ridiculous, eh?
Yeah, 500 million, all up.
It's like the top sporting.
Yeah, it's bigger than baseball.
Yeah, that's nuts. Good on him though.
Oh yeah, dude's
like crazy good.
Dude's a freak. Dude's once a generation type player. So yeah, Patrick Mahomes, but fuck him, Broncos are going to beat him this year.
You reckon?
No, my Broncos are going to get smacked. And we're in the same division as the Chiefs, so we play them twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
give them a good nudge though. Give them a good.
Well, we used to slaughter them all the time, but now they've gotten really good, and we're kind of gone a bit. We're all right. We're kind of like the Blues.
Like the touch and go, kind of not the Warriors, but more the Blues, yeah.
Yeah, well, we can win some games, but not like the Warriors.
So they don't make like your Chiefs fan just because your manners.
Name me the whole defensive line, and you can call yourself a Chiefs fan.
Mike definitely could. Definitely could.
Yeah. But yeah, so the NFL's up, and then Major League Baseball is back as well.
Love your American sports.
Yeah. Well, just because they just do it so much better than us in terms of crowd participation and just the whole nuance of consuming the product, which is a sport.
Do you reckon, like for the NBA, in terms of like those screen crowds, do you reckon that's going to be like dumb for the athletes?
Actually, it'd be interesting. I didn't see any of the post-match stuff where I thought they would probably. I did broken bub on the bottom seam with
You could lift it.
Yeah, just that back one. Yeah. So at the moment we've got our resident cleaner Fiona cleaning my new office up here. She's doing such a great job. What was the question?
What was the crowd with the screens?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they say because it did
like
feel,
from the athlete point of view. Would that just feel like not as?
You know what it looked like when I watched it? I thought it looked like NB 2K.
Like the game?
Yeah, the game. It looked like that. It looked like, I was like, fuck, is this real? This looks like a game.
Wow.
Because it looked exactly like it has, they don't have the camera angles, they don't have the courtside angles. It looked very...
so it's just one angle and you just watch them go up and down?
Well, yeah, from what I saw, they looked like two cameras.
Yeah.
So they sit on one side and then just goes like this. Just does that. But it was cool just watching NBA again, though.
Yeah, watching the sports again.
Yeah, it was... It was good. Sol was watching his, I don't know what he was watching. He was watching weird shit on YouTube, and then I was watching NBA. So
nice.
Win-win.
Don't forget, team, tomorrow morning or tomorrow day, we got the Cure Kids event. Shout out to everyone that will be there, even if you're popping in for 5 minutes. I do appreciate everyone's support. It's been epic, but getting pretty excited. It'll probably hit me this afternoon. I'll be like, I'm nervous. God, what am I gonna do? No, but I'll be fine.
What time do you have to be there?
I'll be there pretty early. I think Katakira is at 8:30, and that's when we're going to be opening. And the first workout will be 9s. But I reckon I'll be get there early because I'll be nervous. I'll probably be already like 2 coffees.
Do you reckon you'll sleep tonight?
Probably not. I reckon I'll probably nap today, and then I'll probably be up and down all night just because.
But he's going to be so happy.
Yeah, just those nerves.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, and also there is the redemption competition. Yeah. So I know that. Paz, Kenny, and Autumn are throwing down tomorrow. And if you're not doing anything and you're hanging around in between the Cure Kids event and you want to go check out the crew, they're going to be down at Iron Paradise, on White Owl Road.
Yep. So Curry's Landing is cool.
Yeah. But definitely, what's everyone up to this weekend? Is there anything exciting on? Have you got any plans? Do you need to do any renovations? What are the kids up to? Oh, thanks, Auntie. Yeah. Will be epic. I wish you were there. It will be a good vibe. But you know those the night before nerves, and because it's like when you're in the moment, and I think I do embrace being present, and I love those moments. It's just the night before of all the anticipation going into it. So, thanks, Auntie. I appreciate all that aroha.
Yeah, once you do your first one, it'll just be like,
yeah,
you just fly. It's just that first one.
Like, do you get nervous every time? Like, you must get nervous before races. Like I don't know, a daunting phone call that you don't want to have.
So I get so if it comes to competitions, I get really excited because everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I feel like I've really prepared well, I'm pretty excited. It's when you haven't prepared well, you do get a little bit nervous, and you get that whole cotton mouth going on, and you wish you had a bottle of water out there, and you realize that was a dumb idea. I didn't have that. So you do get nervous, but I kind of enjoy it as well because it's the whole, I guess that competitive person in me likes that.
Yeah.
When I used to paddle, when I used to do singles, they would always line up. So generally you have two boys, right?
Yeah.
So two boys, and basically you paddle out, and everyone fucks around for so long because there's like 50 or 60 single canoes out there. We're all trying to jockey for either an inside or an outside line, depending on what the tide and the wind is doing. And generally, the goal is to boost out to a particular marker, then we turn left and right, whatever. And so a lot of the time, what I would always do is that I would always try and go out towards the backs. When everyone's going out, I kind of like one of the back markers that come out.
Yeah.
And then as everyone drifts, so if those are the two boys, right? So if that's the two boys like that, everyone starts behind it and they drift.
Up into it.
Because we try and time it with the boat. Because the boat's got a red marker, then a green marker.
And you don't want to be behind.
No, but what I do is I would find someone who I knew that I was all right against.
Yeah.
So I would be right behind them. And then it was a bit naughty. So as we're leading up, I would get on the inside of his canoe. So inside between that and the armor. So the armor is a little side arm. And then I'd probably be that far off it. And then as it gets to the point, I would then turn my canoe so I'd spin him.
Oh, you would.
And then I would always drive through.
Yeah.
So
And then just see ya.
Yeah. And then basically as we start, I would hard on my rudder to the right, power through, and then he would be doing the same, but he's already jockeying to the left to try and keep straight.
Yeah.
And then I've spun him. Or you do it the other side, but it's generally easy to go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would spin him. Yeah. And then I would, usually get the old finger, but that's how I would start. But that's how I'd always calm my nerves because I had something to do on the start line. Maybe
I just need to calm my nerves.
Yeah, you just do something, just think of something else or do something, or
I'll just put some tunes on and
bump
out.
Yeah,
Should
and
be good.
I rehearse. So like when we do the birthday workouts and stuff like that, I rehearse what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
For my first part.
Yeah.
So at least I have some form of pattern to go down line.
I think that's how because I am a good advocate, or I believe I am, of winging it. I've got two little wings and we just go handy until we make it. But I've learned that if I have a little preparation like that, just something like key things that I can run off, the winging it carries me through to the next thing. So
100.
I'm sure there's a few people like that. You're like that, eh? You're a good winger.
Oh, if I'm good at winging it if I'm under pressure, I can wing it. Or if it's something I know off the top of my head really well, I can kind of recall something to bring it through.
It's a skill set.
Yeah.
I definitely think.
And it's through experience, through lots and lots and lots and lots of experience and
mistakes as well. Eh?
Yeah,
I think so as well. I think those are the lessons in it, is when you learn from your mistakes, and then you become good at improvising.
I actually like watching news, reporters on TV and news presenters, because of the way they deliver it. I'm like, I like how they pause there or do that. So I will listen to radio hosts. I was actually listening to Dr. Green Thumb yesterday with Be Real. Dr. Green Thumb, I can't remember who else was on there. And they were talking about Kanye West and his whole antics. And then, but the way Be Real, I didn't realize how articulate he is.
Yeah.
Dude's
super smart.
Yeah, real smart. But I love the way that he talks. He's very, he's got that sort of...
Like he's thinking about it as he's talking. He's not just going off the cuff.
Yeah, and he's got that, he's obviously Hispanic, so he's got that sort of, that kind of tang to his voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I could listen to this dude all day.
Talk,
Yeah, so very clear. So I took some notes off him, just mentally going, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean winging it all my life. Woohoo, go Wingers! Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
And nerves amplify your energy. Definitely, Chuck, you know me best, and you know that I will be radiating off the back of those nerves. So super excited. You got a joke for me? You got a dry joke for me? Who's got a dry joke for me?
Hang on, here we go. I'll get a joke up.
Oh my god. Oh no. I was gonna say, Luke, you know that app that Lucy was using, the one with the face thing? She did Harry Potter this morning on Manaki, and goddamn, hilarious. Hilarious, sitter.
Has she been in? I haven't seen her because
Yeah,
I know Arena did her
yesterday.
Her calories yesterday.
Yeah.
I just wondered if she had done hers.
Yep. You get us a dry joke, and I will find us a quote.
Here we go. Jeez, that's real bad. Those ones. Hang on.
Oh, I did see a funny one on the gram. The dad jokes get me. If you don't follow dad jokes on Insta, God, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. I'll see if I've saved it. Technology. It's like I started a nightclub for men with erectile dysfunction. It was a total flop and nobody came. I saved that one and it was good. I was like, I had to read it twice. I was like, erectile dysfunction. And then I read the end of it. It was a total flop and nobody came. Okay, you hit me.
Your mama is so ugly that she makes blind children cry.
Oh, damn, son. I hope your mama ain't blind. That's what I hope.
Your mama is so poor, she can't even pay it attention.
One more.
Yeah. Your mama is so poor, ducks throw bread at her. You go.
Oh, your mama. I'm sorry about your mama. Tell your mama that my armpits have gone viral, though. Anyways, I'm going to hit you with quote of the day, and we're going to round up this banter session for Friday. Page 83. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. I think that one has been said before, but that's okay. We're going to take that one for Friday.
Yep, we will.
I hope you all have a good weekend this weekend. Stay safe, stay warm. Whatever you do, make sure you're putting out those good vibes, and do something out of your comfort zone. I feel like that's been the message this morning or yesterday and today is, push yourself out of your comfort zone, whether it be exercise, whether it be doing something that you've been wanting to do but you've been putting it off. And if you know someone that needs a little push out of their comfort zone, support them. Again, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, again, CrossFit Rosedale, just down the road on William Pickering. That's where the Cure Kids event is kicking off at 8:30. Pop in, say hi. Appreciate all the support anyway. But anyways, that's me wrapping up Friday. That's us. Have a good weekend, team.
Au revoir.
Peace out.
Adios.